I've been saying this for a long time, man.
Yes, yes.
You have to give people their own thing. Like, this is something for you. It's not playing off of something that came in the 80s or 90s. No, this is for your generation. It's specifically for you. It was something created whole cloth, brand new. It's creative. It's new. It's never been done before. It's never been seen before. That's what we got in the 80s, guys. If you go back to, like, I always go right to 1984 because that's my favorite year in film, where you had, I think out of the top 10 films, 8 of the top 10 films in 1984 were brand new movies. You know, you had obviously Ghostbusters and Gremlins. You even had Police Academy, brand new series. All right, Beverly Hills Cop, brand new series. You had new things. You didn't just constantly recycle and reboot. There was, I think, Star Trek 3 was a sequel that year, and then Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom was a sequel that year. But everything else in the top 10 was brand new, and plus you still had things like Terminator. You know, like, they actually launched franchises back then. They started new things, and those, you know, persevered through the years. And like, where are the young kids getting that from today? You know where they're getting it from? They're getting it from anime. That's why they're flocking to anime, because anime is brand new. Anime is different. Every story has, you know, it's a little twist on a similar theme, but mostly new material. And that's why so many young people are going towards anime, in my opinion, is because it's new, it's fresh, it's different. It's not the same old, same old, same old. So yeah, I've been talking about this for a long time, that they got to get back to making original content, brand new ideas. And I know those ideas exist out there in Hollywood, but for whatever reason, Hollywood plays it safe. They don't want to take any risks. And so we just keep getting, you know, sequels over and over and over, and it's getting kind of stale. I
Yeah,
wouldn't want to go
let
to
me
the
give you
movies
that
either
list
if
from
I.
1984. It was Ghostbusters, Terminator, Beverly Hills Cop, The Karate Kid, Amadeus, Nightmare on Elm Street, Gremlins, Neverending Story, and The Spinal Tap. The only sequel was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Wow.
Yeah.
The best
Like,
one,
that's awesome,
obviously.
man. Imagine if that was 2024. You know, that's 40 years ago. So in 40 years, now every top movie this year is more than likely a sequel, you know, or a spinoff, or a remake, or a reboot, or something to that effect. You know, we're not getting new original content. And that's the reason why I think Hollywood is, you know, failing, because they're not inviting a new audience into the theaters to enjoy something new and different and unique. You know, that's one of the major problems.
I think what you just said is a very, very salient point. And another thing, when, you know, Chris and I sort of came of age as movie fans in the 80s, movies gave us ideas and things that resonated with us. If you think about youth movies in the 80s, you had everything starting out with movies like Matt Dillon and Over the Edge. You had the S.E. Hinton adaptations, Rumblefish and The Outsiders from Coppola. You had movies like Repo Man or Suburbia that looked at the punk scene. You had movies like Ladies and Gentlemen, The Fabulous Stains with Diane Lane, you know, in a punk band. All the John Hughes movies. So movies, in a way, were speaking to the youth audience as youth-oriented films. And at the same time, you did have Amadeus. You did have all these things. And we would go to these movies and they would speak to us on many different levels. Watching Bauhaus come out at the beginning of Tony Scott's The Hunger, singing Bela Lugosi's Dead. And, you know, you had the music and movies dovetailing together, pop culture, fashion. You know, people wanted to dress as Ducky when they saw Pretty in Pink, or they wanted to dress as Molly Ringwald's character. Then you had people like Madonna coming out, you know, and changing the face of fashion. And it was all part of culture, but movies spoke to us. They had something new to say, and we would come out of these movies and ponder them. I remember going to see Pink Floyd The Wall, you know, in 82, Alan Parker's Pink Floyd The Wall. And I listened to the record and I got it. But when I saw the film, it was a whole new level. And I'm like, oh my God, you know, that movie, even though it had nothing to say to me directly, it still resonated with me. And now kids aren't getting anything new. They're getting everything as a regurgitation. And how are movies supposed to resonate with kids if TikTok and YouTube and user-generated content, that's where kids are looking to find things they relate to? And like you said very astutely, anime, coming from a different civilization entirely, a different coming from Japan that has a whole different system than we do. And it's unique and it's new, and people are finding new ways of looking at the world through anime. We're giving them none of that.
None
You
of that.
failed to mention people also wanted to dress as Long Duck Dong. Just want to make sure you don't forget
Donger needs food.
Long Duck Dong. You
Long
can't
Duck Dong,
forget
yeah.
Long Duck Dong.